I'm a little nervous. I don't know quite what I'm in for because I've traveled to Africa a lot on my own and with other projects. So one, to have your kids there.
Yeah.
I was immediately like went into mom mode and I was like, don't wander off. Don't touch the water. Everything will kill you.
Everything will kill
just
you.
like, can I just put you all on a leash? And like,
Totally.
it's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
Fasten your seatbelt.
One of my favorite things about this event is getting to reconnect with friends. This is an event that a lot of us really try to make every year. So we're going to sit down with Rachelle, someone you've seen before, but we're going to catch up and see what's going on. But you guys have been leading the way for so long. And I think like when we last talked over a year ago, that's right.
Okay.
You are. Okay, crazy. You were.
Oh, yeah, it was your first.
You were. Yeah, you were my first. No, you launched the podcast for us a year ago.
That's
this
crazy.
This event, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because it feels like just the other day and like forever ago in so many ways.
Absolutely.
I feel like you could probably relate to that.
Feels like we're always at Expo West.
Yeah,
We're just always here.
because we are.
Yeah.
Love it or hate it, that's where we are.
Yeah.
But so let's recap what's happened this year. There's been a lot for you guys. You guys are wrapping up the Nordic Series, which is available on your platform.
Yep.
So Overlander Network.
Yep.
And you guys are still releasing to YouTube though.
We are, yep. So it's available on the network and on YouTube. Okay. It just came out later on YouTube.
Right.
And then it has ads and all the stuff.
And you guys have also, I mean, the network is it's like a great catalog of all of your stuff.
It is, and it was only the beginning. So we just announced yesterday. The whole vision behind the network was to incorporate other creators and storytellers because we know that we can't do everything. We don't want to do everything. And there's amazing people out there telling stories around the world and doing amazing things. So could we build something to help showcase these stories that are being told? So we just announced yesterday that like Richard and Ashley with Dust to Glory, they're doing our very first series. They're already filming. That will be coming out really soon. We've got Gone Dirtin' to do cooking, an awesome cooking series. Bound for Nowhere. They're super excited to be able to do a new series for them.
Is that the family?
No, that's Mac and Owen.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We've got We Will Roam out of Australia. They were actually the winners of our first film festival.
Okay.
And it's really nice because when you're playing a lot of YouTube content creators, you're playing the YouTube game, you're playing to the algorithm. So if you change something drastically, your video might get throttled, like your audience won't see it.
Right.
And so we're hoping that we don't have any algorithms on our site. We're like, we just genuinely want people to do what they want to do and to show that to the world. So if we can help with a platform to showcase that, then that's what we want to do.
I love that.
So it'll be the XOverland Network. Started off as Overlander Network. We're just bringing it under the umbrella of XOverland.
Okay.
And all that new content will start within the month.
And I mean, I guess for this to stand alone, and if someone by chance doesn't know who you guys are.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know it.
How long have you guys have been, I mean, that catalog that you provide on the network goes back a decade plus?
Yeah, so we had the idea in 2010. I was actually pregnant with our youngest, who's now 13.
Who just took my photo.
Yeah. He's a great salesman too, by the way.
Charming.
He will sell
charming.
anything. But yeah, so we've been actively pursuing this for 12 years, going on 13.
Okay.
Started very slow out of the garage story and all the things. And the overland industry wasn't an industry in the US yet. And even on YouTube, you couldn't post a video on YouTube that was longer than 3 minutes.
Right.
So we started on Vimeo and just kind of have like trucked along this little steady thing, watching all the media change, and it's been a ride.
It has been.
Yeah.
It's been really fun to watch you, and I think,
Thank
I
you.
say this every time, but like you guys really are I don't want to say the standard, because I do think everyone's kind of doing it their own way, which is the beauty of this community. There's just so many versions.
Yeah.
But you guys are kind of the ones that seem to be the bravest to step out into these areas first.
Or the dumbest.
Well, that could be argued. But it's fun to watch because, like,
Thank you.
It really gives everyone kind of this little burst of courage. Like, oh, well, that thing I'm scared of is nothing compared to that trip. So, like, let's go do that.
Oh, thanks.
So then I want to go back to your series. So the Nordic Series, but you guys are announcing that you guys use this event every year to announce like the next year's big project.
We do.
So are you allowed to tell us that? I mean,
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, it just went live yesterday. So we just finished the Nordic Series, which is the largest project we've ever done. It was 10 45-minute, basically films.
Okay.
I can't even call it an episode because each one was like a film. And the last episode 10 just went live on YouTube, I believe last Thursday. And then we just announced that we are going to South Africa next. So
awesome.
our trucks are already on the water.
That's right.
So Clay was literally editing episode 10 and putting the final touches while we were packing the trucks, putting them on a container, shipping them off
to Africa. So right
trying
now,
to wrap our mind around
as we sit, because you normally have all of the expedition vehicles, and
Yeah.
that's the big draw for your booth.
Yeah.
So you're missing
We're missing
your
3.
main fleet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're missing Sequoia, Tundra, and then one of our Tacomas.
Okay. And that's exciting.
Very
this is
exciting.
good. So
Yeah.
And this is the first time the Sequoia has been out. Is that correct?
Yep.
So you guys haven't done an expedition, or at least
No, we don't know what we're in for. I will tell you this. We had to build our own fuel trailer to make sure we had enough fuel to go through
That's
certain
right.
parts of Africa because of the hybrid. So we just aren't sure.
how it's going to perform at
Yeah.
that.
So it's going to be interesting.
Yikes.
We're in for it.
Okay, there might be some built-in drama for this one. How
Plus
long-
my kids are going, so.
Oh my goodness.
All of
Okay, what's the crew then? So all 3 boys are going.
Yeah. First time.
So that takes care of the 5 of you.
Yep.
Who's
So Richard and Ashley will be flying in.
okay.
They're already traveling in Europe and then will be making their way down south.
all right?
So they'll fly in and meet us. We've got Peter Jr. from Epic Family Road Trip.
Okay.
So he'll be one of our cameramen.
Okay.
And that's as far as we've gotten on phase 1. Literally haven't bought plane tickets yet.
All right. When is this trip supposed to happen?
Beginning of July.
Okay. So it's ticking.
Ticket. I watch the prices every day. I'm like, oh, great.
Yikes. Okay.
But we have to wait until trucks land. And then
Before
you
you
have
can-
kind of a buffer because it depends on customs. So you don't want the team there too early. You don't want them too late. So we're waiting on kind of those variables and then we'll start really locking stuff in.
Okay. And is the current plan to stay just within South Africa at this time?
Right now, yeah, we're looking at kind of doing some sort of loop.
Okay.
I really want to see Namibia. I've always wanted to go there, especially if we could drive the Skeleton Coast. That would be
Oh my gosh.
so cool.
Yeah, there's so much amazing. I mean, the origin of a lot of overlanding comes
Yes.
from South Africa.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's a lot of companies here that
Yes.
have roots and still have roots in South Africa. So,
You know, if your product comes from Australia or South Africa, it's probably pretty decent.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And they've put stuff to the test.
is that one of your tent companies from South
It
Africa?
is, yeah. Alucab is out of South Africa.
That's right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys have been connected there.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to kind of actually be boots on the ground in a place that.
It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. I don't know quite what I'm in for because I've traveled to Africa a lot on my own and with other projects. So one, to have your kids there.
Yeah.
I was immediately went into mom mode and I was like, don't wander off. Don't touch the water. Everything will kill you.
Everything will kill
just can I just put you all on a leash? And
Totally.
it's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
Well, it'll be interesting too to watch because I think you guys did a smaller series a couple years ago where you guys just did like a family vacation.
Yep.
And I found that, I mean, I think maybe knowing you guys personally and kind of getting to interact with the boys a little bit,
Yeah.
that was something that was so fun to watch because it was like that. I don't know. That's what we do regularly. So
Yeah.
it was really fun. So I'm excited to see all 3 of them.
I'm excited.
The good and the
too.
bad, however.
I'm going to have an 18-year-old at that point. So he'll be like, Mom.
And he's done this before now.
Yeah.
So he's going to be like, Mom,
They
that's
have
what I
not
do."
been to Africa before.
Okay. Their first.
But
Big trip.
it's going to be interesting. Yeah. I'm excited.
That's gonna be
a little nervous, but good.
And you guys have a big announcement this weekend that's happening as we're filming in a few hours.
Yeah.
But are you able to give us any teasers or are you able to tell us because this won't air until after?
Is this with Toyota?
Yeah.
Toyota announcement?
Your big Toyota announcement.
Well, they are, so we're partnering with them a little bit to help them just do what we can to help roll out the new platform they just announced yesterday.
Okay.
Which is the Trailhunter Edition Tacoma.
All right,
It's
that's what I
Trailhunter
thought.
Grade. And that's been a really cool project to watch them work through and design. And
Because
so
you were present
excited.
with them at SEMA with
We were.
that same, at least in the early phases.
Yes. So they did the Trailhunter grade build on a Tundra. platform.
Okay.
But this will be the first time you can see one on the Tacoma.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's happening
So
today.
12 o'clock, we will be actually live streaming. We'll be riding along in the Tacoma as they roll in. And their engineers are coming in. Hopefully their flights didn't get delayed because they are coming over from Hawaii where they did the big Tacoma reveal yesterday.
Oh.
So hopefully they're like all crossing their fingers that everybody made it in okay. So
The plan is to actually drive it into the show?
I'm not allowed to drive it,
Okay.
but we'll be in the truck. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Legal reasons. Yeah. It's all good.
All the legal reasons. The bigger the show gets, the more legal reasons there are.
It's okay.
Okay. So you got that planned. Well, I guess personally, how are you doing with all of this? Because you guys have just been morphing into all of these different things.
Yeah.
But you're still a normal human being.
I try.
Yeah.
Put my pants on one leg at a time like everybody else.
Yeah. I guess for the audience, you have been such a great friend of mine as I've been navigating my own journey through just life and this whole industry.
Yeah. Right back at you.
Yeah. Well, but we've talked about this multiple times, but I think the women in this community are pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are.
But I just want to highlight that, like, you have been such an awesome friend to me and such an awesome just support system for me in so many ways. Someone I can call and just be like, hey, I don't know what's going on.
You need those people.
You do.
I appreciate that. Man, I know how I feel when I'm in those times of life and how hard we've pushed through the years to kind of blaze the trail and educate people. And, every year we seem to be putting our necks out on something like the chips are in, we're going to do this. And it can get scary and it can get lonely, and you've got to have community. You've got to have people in your life that you can call and be like, I just need you to listen to me for 2 hours. You don't even have to say anything. I just need some support.
Yeah.
And you are 100% that for me as well. And this community is fabulous. And the more women that we can build up into this space, instead of competing with each other, how about we help each other out?
Right.
Because there's plenty of adventure to be had. There's plenty of stories to be told.
Well, and you touch on a good point because it's something that I've been dealing with, and I know we deal with it differently, but in some ways it's just always going to be the same, is that loneliness factor. And I think specifically for you, I think watching what you guys do and the pace that you do it at, right?
Yeah.
So, and in social media world, we're giving you all the glorious highlights because that's how it works.
Yep.
But I don't know if everyone realizes this, but there's like there can be some real dark times on the other side of that of course you're not going to, I don't know, I'm never going to be someone who turns my camera around and cries to the camera. So
I don't know if I'll ever get there. I might get there, but I don't know. Depends on what I'm
if
crying
I don't
about.
mean it to, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think I don't want to put it out there like we need sympathy for that, but I do think let's remember with each other that it gets lonely.
It does.
And that you think sometimes like, oh, they're just really busy, so I don't want to bug them.
Yeah.
And I think the message I want to tell people, like, bug them.
For sure.
Like, even if you don't get a message back, like, I can't.
We see it.
Yeah, I can't express, even if you can and stuff's going on and you can't respond right away, like, reaching out to each other has been something that has been really valuable to me. Like, I know, like, when you, like, just send a text message or call me or whatever, I'm always like, that's so valuable. But we forget to do that with each other.
We do. And I'm such the mindset, and Clay and I have done this for years. It's like, you gotta, when you're doing something big and different, you put your blinders on and you gotta go. Because if you spend your time looking around at what everybody else is doing, you're gonna lose sight of what your goal is and what you wanna do for you.
Right.
And so I can almost do that too much, where I just like head down, blinders on, this is what we're doing, we gotta go. That I forget sometimes and it's so helpful to have someone like you and you're like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to talk.
Right. Well, anyway, I think we also, to survive, a lot of us who are doing a lot of things, just very like pack schedules for seasons.
Yeah.
You compartmentalize a lot of those emotions.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
So there's tough stuff you're dealing with that you just have to like not
We'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so sometimes those phone calls or those text messages are like,
let down.
hey, I got to deal with that because that's going to start messing with me.
Yep.
Or what makes me much less productive. I don't know if that's
We're all human. We can't live at this pace forever. And Clay and I are so guilty at trying to live at this pace. And part of that is just, he's such a visionary. Like, he can't help but, what if we did this? Oh my gosh, what if we did this? And I'm like, whoa, how about we finish the last 5 things we're trying to like do before we move on to that next? But I never want to squash that in him. That's an amazing gift for people who are visionaries and can see ahead that far and want to try new things.
Yeah.
But we're trying to do better, especially this year. Like, this is Cyrus's last year at home. He's going to be a senior in the fall. He turns 18 this summer. And I'm like, this is it. This is like our last year with him and all these kids under our house.
Yeah.
We've got to prioritize our family and our time and just be a little more intentional. Even if we have to schedule it on the calendar, we've got to do this.
Yeah. That's the stuff that's going to be so important when you guys look back at this project.
Yep.
Keeping it all in perspective.
Yeah.
But we're here at the craziest event of the year. I like to call it Overland Prom because everyone seems to get dressed up. Our shoes are picked out.
I love that.
We joke that all of our weird.
That's fantastic.
But
it's so fun.
The beauty of this event, as stressful as it can be, depending on what projects you're announcing or rolling out, is it's so fun to see everybody.
It's so fun.
So I know we're all like
going
a million miles an hour, but this is I'm so glad you were able to get over here. This beautiful lounge.
Oh my gosh, I'll be here. I'll be back.
I know. I think you should take this to Africa. I really do.
I would agree with you.
I mean, Toyota might have an issue with it.
They'd be fine. They'd be like, can we come?
Seriously. All right. We'll let you go. And thanks again.
Good. Thanks for having me. Thanks for checking in. Love you, girl.
Love you too.
You're crushing it.